I want to welcome you to Ignite the Truth, this incredible series that is going to cover the entire Bible, brought to you by Bridges for Peace. I am the International CEO, Peter Fast. Welcome. We start in Genesis chapter 1, the story of creation. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, this is something that really takes us back into the ancient world. How did the ancient people think about creation? All different civilizations had their myths or their fables or their poetry describing the origins of life, always including gods and humans and creating the world. But this is the interesting thing. Moses, the attributed author to the first 5 books, the Torah, writes the creation account in the narrative, which means Moses believes that he is recording real events and real history. A history that reveals God, sovereign. There is no one like him. There are no other gods creating the world and establishing it and bringing it into order. So first of all, how did ancient people view these sorts of things in an ancient world context? Not in our scientific terms and explanations in our approaches of the 21st century, where we look for material and tangible evidence and leading us to observations, but how the ancient people saw creation accounts. First of all, we see some amazing words that are used in the Hebrew. We see the word bara, and bara is God's creative nature of essentially assigning a role to something, because the world is formless and void. This is tohu and bohu, which essentially means it has no order and it has no purpose. It's there, but it has nothing to do. And so God brings purpose into it. The ancient people saw the world very differently than we see it. They would have seen the world as essentially a flat earth with the cosmos around it, a rakia, or an expanse above it. And they believed the expanse was something that was hard, almost like a dome with fixed stars and waters above. And then the foundations of the earth held up by pillars or rope, and underneath the flat disk of the earth, a netherworld or an underworld. They looked at the sky and they saw 2 disks, a sun and the moon, that both seemed to have light and both seemed to go across the sky in a certain path. And what is interesting is that God doesn't correct Moses and say, no, the moon only reflects the light of the sun and the sun is this big. God gives his message of creation in the context of the ancient world for the people of that time to understand what they are seeing and what they are experiencing. And God invades that world, and he takes the earth that's void and formless, this world that doesn't have purpose, and he gives it purpose. It's like starting an engine. Day 1, we see God taking chaos from the cosmos and bringing order into this system. He essentially brings a sequence of time, light and day. And he's not talking about physical light. It's a period of light. And then even with the description of nighttime, the hoshech is not night like we know it. It's not like switching off a light. Hoshech is like, it's a thing. So what am I saying? There is mystery in this entire account. This is what the author is trying to give to us, is that God, who is sovereign above all things, with no equal, creates the world with purpose from spoken word in a time of absolute mystery. And from that mystery, he brings life. So day 1, light and day, darkness and night. And then day 2, we have the rakia, the expanse, the weather and the climate that God sets into motion. Working towards day 3, we have God preparing the earth for agriculture. And there is no better place in Israel to shoot such footage than being here at the Botanical Gardens in Jerusalem, surrounded by beautiful trees, plant life, and flowers. God prepares the very soil, the seeds, everything that this world will need, the function of survival. Day 4, God sets apart appointed times, the Moedim. These are days and years. These actually will be for the liturgical calendar for ancient Israel, even till this day, the sacred time to meet with God. And then we have day 5 and 6. God creates the creatures that fill this world, creatures of the sea, the birds of the air, and that which walks upon the earth. And the most amazing creature, the crown of creation, is the human being. God creates Adam in the image of himself, in the image of God. God doesn't just give him life or breathe breath into him. He breathes in a nephesh, a soul, setting Adam apart from everything else, and then naming him. To give a name is to give the destiny, to give the future calling of something. And that's how the ancient Israelites viewed it, the power of a name. And we know that even in Jewish tradition to this day, to give a name to it, your son or your daughter, is to give a destiny and a future to that child. And so what does God ask Adam to do? Name the animals. Right from the beginning, you have the destiny and purpose and role of humanity in creation. And what does man like to do? Be creative, to build and to find purpose in building and design. Then we arrive at the completion, the magnum opus, day 7. Now our Bibles will say, on the 7th day, God rested. He set it apart as a sacred day. And it indeed is sacred. But God didn't rest because he was tired or worn out or bored. This is the coronation passage. This is where God sits enthroned as king. And so man, created in the image of God, is there to worship God, to be a co-partner with God, and a steward of everything that God has created. This is you and I. Right, really, at the beginning of Scripture, it's not even really about creation. It's first and foremost about who God is, who he is, the ultimate, the Ancient of Days. And he creates you and I to be with him, to exist with him, to serve, to be part of his purpose and his calling, to change this planet, to bring redemption. And that's what he does. Because of the fall, Jesus comes to earth and sheds his blood to restore all things, to redeem all things. And where creation is going and all the defects and the fallenness, the direction it's going is purpose and design. New heavens and a new earth, and the King tabernacling here among us in this incredible world. So you have purpose, design, and calling. Why? Because the King called you.
If this teaching blessed you, help us pass the blessing on. Ignite the Truth is brought to life through the generous support of Christians around the world. Partner with us, share it widely, and get ready. Another teaching from Israel is coming your way next week.